Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Design Consulting Services. The video itself is the self-explanatory. Today I will show you about the plate load test by using hydraulic jack. The procedure for plate load testing. The actually why we are conducting this plate load test to find out the settlement settlement ratio. So the plate load test is a field test which is performed to determine the ultimate bearing capacity of the soil and the probable settlement under a given load. This test is very popular for the selection and design of the shallow foundations and deep foundations as well. The bearing plate test determines the soil bearing capacity by the application of an increasing pressure on a foundation formed by a circular plate loaded against a reaction frame and measuring the associated vertical displacement settlement and the documents to define the procedure for plate load testing. The plate bearing test is an site investigation field test used for determining the ultimate bearing capacity of the ground, the likely settlement under a given load, and also the California bearing ratio CBR value of a material. Plate load test is undertaken in accordance with BS 1377 Part 9 1990. The test is basically consists of loading a steel plate of known diameter and recorded the results settlement corresponding to each load increment. The test is usually carried out uniform level foundation level either at the surface or in a shallow pit. Plate up to 720 mm are available. The loading plate is placed on the ground and connected via load cell to a reaction load. Usual JCB 3CX or similar larger 360 excavator, as you can see in this video, can sometimes be used to simulate greater loads. So the equipment required for this test is steel plate with a at least 300 mm square and 6 mm thick, and second hydraulic jack with digital pressure gauge, dial gauge for settlement recording 25 mm into 0.01 mm. So the following procedure will be followed. Record test locations, record plate size and size used, setup plate on level surface using builder's sand is required. Reverse setup plate over plate, setup dial rails and dial gauge on this plate as as you can see in this video. So setup jack and begin test. Once it is set, record each pressure increment and corresponding settlement. Record rebound reading, reload to maximum and record final settlement reading. Remove dials and dial rails. Remove knowledge from work area. Remove plate from the test location and move to the next location. So record each pressure increment and corresponding settlement. As you can see, there is a gauge reading. Plate shall be placed on a thin layer 10 to 15 centimeter thick of clean dry sand to produce a level surface on which bed the plate. However, if the surface is leveled, no need to put clean and dry sand on top. Quantum of applied load, average or settlement, which plotting load settlement, curve load corresponding which settlement is taken, maximum or average. Based on BS 1377, the passing criteria of settlement for plate load test is not more than 15% of the plate diameter. Maximum settlement of 45 mm for 300 mm bearing plate. Sample plate load test record. We have to add note the location, date of test, project, Soil description, like yellowish, this soil is yellowish brown gravel silty sand, and depth of test level from ground level, how much it is depth we have to record that as well. So plate size 300 diameter, moisture content how much, 9% or 9.2%, we have to record that. So the excavator is used as the required load for the load bearing test by the help of hydraulic jack. The load of the excavator is much more than the design load. So the plate bearing test carried out in Saudi Arabia, this test is used to measure settlement of soil, earth, work, ground, pile mats, crane pads, helicopter pads, and other construction and geotechnical materials under known stresses. Useful for foundation design, road design, and suitability of materials under load. The test can also be to measure and calculate an equivalent CBR value. So like this we have to note this maximum. You have to see the excavator and what is the maximum loading capacity. Then every time you have to record the measurements after applying a load. Based on BS 1377, the passing criteria of settlement for plate load test is not more than 15% of the plate diameter. Okay. I hope you get some information about the plate load test. If you have any doubts regarding plate load test, kindly put in a comment. I will respond to your comments. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.